Hey, everybody. It's Garrett. We're back again this week with KCC Live, another one of our Facebook Live events. And, as on every Tuesday, we talk about resources that are available for job searchers that can help you in your job search. And today we are joined by Elizabeth Adams, a talent development specialist with Brighton Center. And she's a wealth of knowledge about our topic today, which is WIOA. So we're going to give everybody just a couple seconds to join. Keep in mind that if you do have questions, throw them in the chat. We'll kind of go through a question and answer session here at the beginning. And then at the very end, we'll answer any questions that you have. So just be sure to throw those in the chat. If we're having issues with audio or anything like that, just let us know in the chat. But it seems like everybody should be able to hear us as we go. So we're going to give everybody just about another 20 or 30 seconds to get joined, and then we'll get started. So, Elizabeth, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Garrett.
So,
hello, Laverne.
Hi, Laverne. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So to start, Elizabeth, why don't you just take a moment and introduce yourself to us?
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Adams, and I'm a talent development specialist and a business service representative for Brighton Center at the Kentucky Career Center. And so, yeah, that's who I am.
That's awesome. So let's just jump right into it, Elizabeth. What is WIOA? I'm sure people have heard the term WIOA before, and it's an acronym. So why don't you explain what WIOA is to us?
So WIOA, WIOA. So the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act is a federal grant passed in August 1998 that created the Kentucky Career Center system and the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act programs that are designed to connect individuals to employment and training resources, enhance job marketability, and increase occupational skills attainment for today's competitive job market. Ultimately, the goal of our talent development team is to assist participants with obtaining a stable, satisfying, and financially beneficial career.
Awesome. So just kind of in layman's term, that's probably the goal of WIOA is to help a job seeker find a career, and not just a job. We're talking like a career, like a financially stable, beneficial career that's going to provide like longevity, and it's not just kind of like a temp thing.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And I know you said, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, we're going to get more into the details and just a couple more questions as well.
Okay, excellent. So if someone is interested in learning about WIOA, what's the best way to get information on the program?
So you can visit our Kentucky Career Center website. We do have a specific Northern Kentucky Career Center website as well that you can look at, or you can call the 859-292-6666 number. And if you select option 2, that is for job seekers, and that'll get you with a talent development specialist.
Okay. And excellent. If you haven't noticed, that's scrolling across the bottom. You can contact your local Northern Kentucky Career Center or contact the number that Elizabeth said. It's the 859-292-6666 option 2. And that will get you into contact with someone. That's rolling across the bottom of the screen there. So if you do have questions or you want to reach out and get more information, just reach out to us that way. So that'll lead us into the next question. So kind of what are the steps to getting WIOA or enrolling in, like I know you mentioned training programs, like what are the steps to do that?
So the first step that we like to do is we kind of like to do a pre-screening. So before we get you started, because this is a bit of a process, before we get you started, we're going to pre-screen to see if you're eligible. Now, just because we're pre-screening you doesn't mean that you're going to be. This is just some things that help somebody to be eligible for our program. We can't ever guarantee eligibility, but once we do this pre-screen, it's more than likely you're going to be eligible. And in order for you to be eligible, you need to either be receiving unemployment or have exhausted unemployment, or receiving SNAP benefits, which is food stamps, or you could be receiving KTAP, TANF, or you could meet our low income criteria, which is basically based on like how much you and your household are making and where you live, like the county you live in. So we get that information from you and we're like, okay, it sounds like you might be eligible. Then we start doing some paperwork with you.
Okay, excellent. So I know you said it's kind of a process. Do you know usually how long that takes? Just kind of a roundabout guess. I'm sure it varies for everybody, but if you could think maybe just kind of an average.
I guess average, it takes probably about between like 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
It just depends on like where you're at and how we're helping you to get eligible and what all you need to do.
Okay.
But sometimes
and I know you said,
months.
yeah. So you said it helps, help you get eligible. So there's like help along the way then. It's not just, hey, this is the stuff that you need. You're kind of working with a talent development specialist throughout the whole process of eligibility.
Yes, most definitely. Okay. You are not going to be alone. We help you through every step of the way.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for going into that for me. So what can someone expect while working in the WIOA program? Like, what are some of the benefits?
Okay. So while in the WIOA program, you'll be working with a career coach and we communicate with you regularly. Some benefits are that we help eliminate barriers that you may have that prevent you from being self-sufficient. We have access to 41 programs with the Brighton Center, and we can help you in a variety of areas. The length of time that it takes for you to be approved for training depends on several factors, as we already talked about, and others may not be ready for several months. The process greatly depends on your motivation. And we also provide access to detailed labor market information in your local area. So we tell you like what's in demand, what are some good jobs to try to get, like getting your CDL. Okay. It only takes 4 weeks, and then you go from making minimum wage to higher wages.
Okay, excellent. So in the terms of how long it takes, the benefit is it kind of varies. And to get into training, and I know you said we don't really guarantee, or we can't guarantee that you'll get into training. But if there's no training, you kind of said at the end, there's that detailed labor market information. So there's that ability to find a job or something like that. So it's not just the end of the line then.
Yeah. Okay. We help in all sorts of ways. And even if like you're not eligible for the WIOA program, we still help people with their resume, cover letter, and doing interviews, like mock interviews. So we help everybody that comes to us. So definitely don't shy away and come to us for help. We just might not be able to send you to training, but that's something that we talk with individually with people.
Yeah, and that makes sense. So when we look at training, or when you talk about training, kind of what does that training look like? I guess it varies.
Yes. So it just so we have an eligibility training provider list that we look at, and on this list are the schools that we work with and the programs that we help people get in. And I think it really just all depends on what you personally are passionate about. And we have you speak with the school to figure out some more detailed information as to like how much it costs, what are you going to get in the end, what kind of jobs are going to be available to you. So it's an individual case-by-case basis. And so, yeah, but we talk about that all when we're meeting with each other to figure out like what is best for you.
Okay. And that makes sense. So if we talked about training, you're able to go to training or we're looking for work, what are the types of jobs that are available after training?
So after training, we can help you obtain employment using the certification or degree that you've obtained. We update your resume and help prepare you for your interviews. Then we give you job leads that help you to get in the field that you're wanting. Okay. So we're in communication with a lot of businesses.
Yeah. So in terms of like what types of training are available, could someone get training or anything, or does it have to be like a specific field or anything like that?
So we do have 5 in-demand fields that we work with. Thank you, Garrett. It's healthcare, transportation, distribution, and logistics, advanced manufacturing, and construction and trades. Oh, wait a second. I'm also
Okay.
missing one. Oh, business, IT, and finance. I apologize.
Business, IT, and
So,
finance. Okay. So it
yeah,
seems pretty broad, right? I mean, healthcare encompasses a lot of things. It sounds like,
yeah,
and again, with advanced manufacturing, or even, I think you said transportation, logistics,
yes.
and
And
distribution.
then,
So that could be like CDL, or that could be like a certified logistics associate, like anything along those lines.
yes, it
Um,
is very broad.
if we look at those, can you get training to get a certificate or a degree? I mean, does it matter?
No, it does not matter as long as it's on our list. And,
Okay.
um, but yeah, so it could be a certification that takes 4 weeks or 16 weeks, or it could be a degree that takes 2 years. It cannot exceed 104 weeks, which is 2 years.
Okay.
So whatever you're going to get, like it has to take you at the most 2 years to get it. But we also, talk about that as well.
Okay. All right. Is there, just to add on that, is there like a limit on the amount of like assistance I could get? I know you said 100, so 2 years, but is there like a monetary limit to
So
that?
you can either receive $3,500, but up to $7,000. You get $3,500 per fiscal year. And I like talk to you about
Okay.
the fiscal year. So how we can like split it up and to help you.
Okay. Okay. So again, there's going to be that piece where you're not there by yourself. You're going to be working with a talent development specialist to kind of go through it all.
Yeah.
Because it seems like to me, it seems like it's
focused.
pretty individualized. It's not like a generic broad every piece fits. It's an individual basis. So it's going to vary for me as it would for you or anybody else. It's going to be completely different. Okay. All right.
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
So just to add to that, so in healthcare, like what are the types of jobs that could be? I mean, what are some things that we see?
So we help people like get their medical assisting certification, like through CET or other areas, and we
Okay.
help people get like their registered nurse, all sorts of
Okay.
things with, healthcare field.
So anything within those fields, as long as it's on the list that we have, they can work. It's not just kind of a narrow, this is it. There's a ton of opportunities, business, IT, healthcare, all of that. There's lots of opportunities within those.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So just another question that we have, is there anything else that you think we should know about WIOA?
Anything else to know about WIOA? Like, so again, we're individualized. We meet people where they're at. So right now, with everything going on with COVID-19, we're not meeting people physically in our offices, but we're meeting people through Zoom or Microsoft Teams. We do things, we phone call people, we text people, email people, and communication is such a big key in this program. And I also want everybody to know, after you get your certification or your degree, then we help you find a job. You're not on your own in that area. And once we help you find a job, we like to follow up with you for a year afterwards, just making sure everything's okay. So like if a couple months after you start a job, you're like, man, I don't know if this is for me, I'll be like, that's okay. I can send you some more job leads. So, you're not left alone. We help you.
So it's like a whole pretty much process. You might come in and you might have been laid off recently due to COVID-19 and you're receiving unemployment. You come in, you get a 12-week training certificate in advanced manufacturing, like an enhanced operator or something like that. And then we help you find a career where you can use that and then stay in contact for that time to make sure, it fits and that you're comfortable. And so it sounds to me like it's a really neat process. And it gives you the opportunity to kind of work with someone and have like a personalized career coach with you the whole way. So that's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that for me. I think that covered what I have. So if you do have questions, or if I think of anything in the next couple of seconds, go ahead and enter them into the chat here. And Elizabeth can answer those questions for us. And Katie, thank you for saying that the talent development specialist team is amazing. They are they are a pretty amazing group of people. I'll give them that. So not to toot our horns, but we're really excited. So if you do have a question, get it in there. Elizabeth, I don't think I really have. Oh, I do have a question. Sorry, it just kind of came up to me. Okay. If someone's in WIOA, and we're here in Northern Kentucky, and it's the Kentucky Career Center, and there was a training program in like Indiana or Ohio, does it matter? Does it have to be in Kentucky, or can you go, like you could attend Cincinnati State or UC or, like Indiana Tech or something like that?
So we do have those on our eligibility training provider list.
Okay.
Yeah, we have those schools on our list. And if it's not on our list, then there's a process on how to get those schools in that program on our list. And it is really individualized. I know we have UC and Cincinnati State. We might even have, Indiana Tech. So that is something that we look at to see if it's on our provider list. And if it's not, we talk about how we can get it on there.
We can get it on. Okay. I was just thinking along the lines, because we have offices in Kenton, Boone, Carroll, and Grant, and we serve, the Northern Kentucky area. So if someone was in Carrollton, it might be easier, to cross the river into like Madison or something like that instead of going, driving to like Florence along those lines. Okay.
Right.
So, okay. Well, Elizabeth, I don't see any questions in the chat. So if you view this later and you do have a question, feel free to add to the chat. We'll get an answer for you. If we don't know it, we'll contact Elizabeth. But we want to thank everybody for joining us today. And Elizabeth, thank you for taking time to be with us here today and talk about WIOA. It's a really great program, and it can really make an impact on somebody to get a credential that can put you ahead, and get you into a career. So we're really excited that you took time to join us today. Be sure to join us next week. Next week, we're going to be joined by Chad Davis, and he is with the Kentucky Career Center, and he's going to talk to us about a program that he works with, as well as veterans job searches. So be sure to tune in next week at 1, and then be sure to tune in this Thursday at 9:30 as Haley spotlights another employer. So thank you everyone for joining us. We appreciate you taking your time. And Elizabeth, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.